Hello everyone, this is Ratika Roy Bhattacharya. I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Study Together with Ratika. From today, we are going to start a new chapter, that is tissues. This is of 9th standard. First of all, I would like to brief you about the topic, that what is a tissue. When many number of cells combine to form a group which are of similar structure and they perform a similar function, that group is known as a tissue. Right? For example, a wall which is made up of bricks. Let's compare it with the cells and tissues. Each and every brick is known as a cell when they form a similar type of structure and they form a layer that is known as a tissue. Right? So in this chapter we are going to start plant tissues. Tissues are of two types, plant tissue and animal tissue. As the name indicates, plant tissues are present in plants and animal tissues are present in animals. Now, why there is difference between both the tissues? We know that the plants cannot move and they are autotrophic in nature, whereas the animals can move and they require huge amount of energy for that movement process. Okay, that is why the structure of cells is different in both of these organisms, so that their functions can also be performed easily. Okay, so first of all, plant tissue. Plant tissues are of two types, meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. Mostly the plant tissues are dead because these tissues provide mechanical support to the plants. That is why we are able to see that the plants stand for a longer period of time. For many years we see that the plants keep on standing. So these dead tissues provide mechanical support for them to stand. So in this part we are going to discuss meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissues are those tissues which keep on dividing continuously, right? These are present at those regions where continuously growth takes place. The cells of the meristematic tissues are of different shapes like spherical, oval or polygonal. There is no definite space present between the meristematic cells. Okay, means there is no intercellular space between them, or you can say very less space is there. The cells of meristematic tissues have either very less number of vacuoles or they have no vacuoles, because the major function of the vacuoles is to store the food and they have nothing to do with the cell division. That is why meristematic tissues do not have the vacuoles. Then the next point is they are present in those regions where the growth continuously takes place. One important point about meristematic tissue is the cells of this tissue are of similar structure initially, but after they attain maturity, after they keep on growing, they get differentiated into components of other tissues as well. Okay, so on the basis of the location of meristematic tissues, they are of three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary. The first one is apical meristem. As you are able to see here, this is a shoot system. In this shoot, this apex shows the position of the apical meristem. The apical meristem is present at the tips of the shoots and roots. If you see in a structure of root, for example, this is a root tip. So at this tip, the apical meristem is present, which increases the length of the root. Then you see here this shoot system is present. The apical meristem is also present at the apex or at the tip of the shoot, which increases the overall length of the plant. So you can say that apical meristem increases the length of the plants, whether it be shoot or root system. The next is lateral meristem. Lateral meristem is present beneath the bark. You know, the outer protective covering of the trunk or of the stem is known as the bark. Beneath that bark, a cork cambium is present. In that cambium, lateral meristem is present. So when you see the transverse section of a stem, you will find that this type of tissues will be present, that is lateral meristem. Now this type of tissue increases the girth or diameter of the plants. Okay, as you see here, this part is lateral meristem. Here lateral meristem is present. The next is intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is present at the nodes and internodes. The point from where a leaf grows is known as node. The distance between two consecutive nodes is known as internode, right? So the intercalary meristems are present at the nodes and internodes. So they also are responsible for increasing the length of the organs such as leaves or internodes, and also they increase the overall length of the plants. So this was about the types of meristematic tissue. Now the functions of meristematic tissues. They act as a parent tissue because from these parent tissue new number of cells are formed. Okay, so formation of new cells takes place because of these meristematic tissues. Then new leaves, branches, stems and roots are also formed because of them only. Now in case an injury is caused to the plant, at that particular location the meristematic tissue will be present, which will keep on growing and will regenerate that lost part. Or you can say the healing is done because of meristematic tissues. So they are responsible for healing the injury to the plants. So this was all about the meristematic tissue. In the next video we will discuss about permanent tissue. Till then, bye bye, take care and thanks for watching.